Welcome to the Rams team scheme. We're going to be in bunch X nasty and gun empty Y off. We're going to be switching between those two formations, and it's going to be a nice scheme here. Not bunch tight end, we're going to be in bunch X nasty. And let's just come out nickel here. We'll match with nickel. And the beautiful thing about this scheme is I'm in bunch X nasty here, and once you audible down to gun empty Y off, you can get to all of those plays as well. So you're going to be able to get both of those looks. You're going to be able to get a bunch look and a 5 wide look. And kind of the unique, I'll go back to bunch here. Kind of the unique thing about this scheme here is we're actually going to be taking our shots under center, as opposed to our 5 wide game is going to be more of our quick game. So like if you see a blitz, maybe you want to go to 5 wide, spread them out a little bit. But if we're looking to take a shot, like maybe we are here, maybe that left outside linebacker's trying to blitz or something here. But yeah, that we're actually going to be taking our shots under center. So first play in bunch X nasty here is PA boot. And I mean, you can run this if you want a 6-man protection. You can run this just totally stock, but you can streak Higbee too. I mean, we have 2 high safeties, so maybe you want to attack that look there. But obviously, you're trying to get you're almost creating like a high. You're creating this defender in conflict, high and low, making him pick what he wants to do here. We'll just kind of go with A-Rob, follow him a little bit, and then this defender here, he kind of just runs with the flat as opposing to dropping back, and I mean that's a pretty easy throw. He's a linebacker, so kind of get that, but you get the idea as well. I mean, kind of a 3-tiered route: Cup, Allen Robinson underneath, and then your running back or your flat route out of the backfield there. So not too bad, or your whip route. So, and again, you can run this just stock, get your 6-man protection there, dump it down a little bit. I was kind of late with it. I should have been a little bit quicker there, but you're seeing the 3-tier route progression here, and that's not what you want, but it works out anyway. And I mean, that deep crosser is going to kill people, right? That is going to be the killer route. That is what you want. And again, I mean, if you would have tight end, I know Hot Route Master just came out, pretty popular now, starting to get it as abilities in the game here. Putting Higbee on a crosser as well, maybe you block your running back, and then you would put Higbee on a crosser. We'll just put him on a slant here, just to kind of simulate that. Maybe you would run something like this to throw your opponent off, and I mean, you can see the different things there. And I mean, I love having deep crossers like that. So especially against the 1 high look, I mean, he's coming down pretty decent there. But PA boot, you can see all the different things you do there. You're running the corner route with Cup, all that good stuff. Next one though, PA deep cross, and this one you can let it stock. That's usually what I do. You have Jefferson as like your check down, and Cooper Kupp he actually runs a nice route here. You can see it's a little bit deeper. He gets the route tech cut on it as well, which is nice now that we're starting to get route tech in MUT as well. So that's pretty decent. But yeah, PA deep cross, I mean, you can really just let it. You have the check down your running back, check down the Jefferson. And yeah, the Cup route gets a little bit deeper than a typical corner route. So maybe if the user's trying to take that away, they don't quite see that. I mean, zone drops, right? Make them play their zone drops. Then you can take underneath as well. So all good stuff there. I love that deep crosser. And of course, Allen Robinson, I mean, you have a chance for a face catch or aggressive catch, whatever you want to call it. And his alignment is allowing him to get to that seam area of the field against like cover 3 and stuff like that. So not bad at a PA deep cross. And again, like I said, guys, this is where we're taking our shots out of this stuff here. We're taking our shots out of, and it kind of throws your opponent off too as well, because like they're thinking, and I'm not covering any run plays obviously in this, but there's run plays to be had. I don't want to hash out the run game. These pass plays are much more important. So, but yeah, I mean, your opponent's thinking you're under center. You're probably going to try to run the ball. Maybe you're trying to do short passes, trying to check the ball down, things like that. But you're actually going to flip that on them. You're going to take your shots under center, and then once we go to 5 wide, that is where we will look to kind of do our quick game. So verticals, I mean, you can let this just stock. But what I really like to do is drag your outside receiver. That kind of creates a high-low with Jefferson and then a Cup over the middle of the field. Higbee does get to that like seam area of the field against cover 3. Allen Robinson, same thing. He does get to that seam area of the field for a long while, and then he ends up breaking it off into a corner route. But I mean, you can just see, I mean, there against the computer, everybody just drops back. But the opponent or your opponent's user is going to have to kind of play both of those, right? Along with this seam. So like a lot of people love playing cover 3. Okay, you played cover 3 or whatever, great. Your user, even if your user did great and he took away both routes somehow across the middle, you're still playing, you're still giving that up. So, and again, Allen Robinson, you can hit that as well, even though he's on a corner route. That was perfect there. You can still hit that little seam route against cover 3 once it's open here. So just because he is on that corner route, you can still hit that, which is beautiful. And again, he does break it into a corner route that's pretty deep as well down the field. If you do have to maybe block up here and you hold down here and you have to hold on to the ball for a while, I mean, that's too easy, right? Bunch is just so good too, just in general, because you don't have bunch checks in the game. You don't have things, real football concepts. You just have your guys randomly doing whatever. So very, very tough here. Very, very tough. Bunch X nasty. Vertical is pretty easy. And again, you can just run this stock as well and really space them out on the right side of the field if that's something you're looking to do as well. So another thing, actually, before we leave verticals, you can just streak Jefferson and kind of use him as like a clear out. And of course, we get man coverage. You can streak him and basically use him as like a clear out for your tight end coming underneath. So last one though is PA cross. Last one out of the bunch X nasty, and then we'll go over to our 5 wide. You can absolutely let this stock. You can block your running back. I like to just let it stock. I don't want to put Higbee out on a route because you're trying to set up those deep crossers is what you're trying to do. You're trying to set up the deep crosser right there to Jefferson. And then once you have these 2 high looks, you have Allen Robinson to try to hit that post and hit a big one down the field. Here, unfortunately, they shift into cover 3. But still, that should eat right there. And if your opponent's user does end up taking that away, which he should end up doing that eventually in the game, you still have Cooper Kupp coming shallow here. Absolutely. And then you really get into some situations here where, if you can imagine, if they're playing, say this is their user, they're dropping back another 10-15 yards, Cooper Kupp will be wide open across the middle of the field. So pretty tough you're putting a lot of stress on the user of the defense here. Just a ton of stress. And if you can hit one of those where the safety comes down and you can see that and you read that, that's your home run play. And you can see all of these plays that we showed you guys. These are all shot plays down the field. Not all just shots down the field. You have checkdowns built into them as well, obviously. But here are your shot plays, man. Every one of these is shot plays. So bunch X nasty, beautiful. That is awesome there. So let's go on ahead and shift into gun empty Y off. We'll start with double slot cross. And unfortunately here, because EA can't get it together, all these routes are going to be flipped. So I'll have to kind of click through them, and we'll just kind of run through these plays here. But double slot cross looks like that. You have hitch seams, and you can already see these are plays that are going to be more of checkdowns. And Henderson on this block and release, very key once we get there. And then wide receiver PoCo is one of the last ones here. So we'll start at the top. Double slot cross. You can let this one just stock. I like to re-streak Allen Robinson if you don't do anything. Maybe you streak Higbee too. Just send everybody down the field with drags underneath. You have your face catches outside, Higbee attacking those 2 high safeties in the middle of the field, and then with just your drags underneath. So pretty simple there to move the ball. You're not committing to just taking short check down routes, but you can still throw the ball down the field. You're not just checking the ball down, but you are you still have those short routes. So, and yeah, you can just see, especially with these, I like having a good running back, so out of the backfield that can catch. So this is a good scheme for that as well. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to jump into bunch X nasty. You kind of get the idea of being able to come out in this bunch look, audible. Maybe you see something that you like. Maybe you see 2 high safeties and you love going to this hitch seams look against when you see 2 high looks. You just love this play here. Okay, cool. That's where you audible into it. You don't get the 2 high safeties, but you get cover 3, and you can still beat it, right? That's kind of the idea with this scheme. You're coming out in your bunch X nasty, or you're coming out in the 5 wide, whatever it is you want to do. And you're looking at the scheme, you're looking at the alignment, and you're saying, okay, I have these 8 plays now in my audibles, and you can get to any of them. You can get to a bunch of them, you can get to 5 wide. So I'm going to jump into that so we don't have to do that every single time, and yeah.
So I'm editing this video, and I was just checking through my analytics. I'm on my MacBook camera, that's why this is so bad. But I checked my analytics, and 93% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So what are we doing there? But in all seriousness, though, guys, if you want to be notified when we upload to the channel and you're liking the video, we're 9 or 10 minutes into this thing, so you're probably liking what you're seeing already. Just click that subscribe button, and yeah. So kick it back to the video here.
Okay, though, back here in the gun empty Y off, and yeah, coming off the bunch stuff, this is some good stuff. Again, we just kind of covered double slot cross. Again, attack those 2 high looks, all that good stuff. Hitch seams, though, another good one. Obviously you saw Cooper Kupp just beat cover 3 with that little one-off play. But you have the check downs, you have all your hitch routes basically across. This is double slot cross. You have deep routes, you have streaks and drags. Hitch seams, you're basically doing streaks and hitches. So that's kind of the idea behind those two. And of course Higbee kind of giving you that 6-man-ish, 5.5-man protection there. And Cooper Kupp getting a good release. But that's the thing, I mean, and you don't know what they're going to do. I mean, once you mix it with these other plays here, it's good stuff here. And especially once you get these alignments here where they want to stack the box because you come out in bunch. Okay, you want to stack the box like this? Absolutely. We'll go to 5 wide, and we'll just hit easy routes. Obviously, they're not going to send Engage 8 at you probably. But you see the idea there behind it. I mean, again, here, okay, cool, man. We came out in bunch. Pretend we came out in bunch. They stacked the box. Okay, we're going to run hitch seams over your head now. We're going to run hitch seams over your head, and just take advantage of that. And now obviously you can do that the other way too. Come out in 5 wide, spread them out a little bit, and then come down into a more condensed set once you get the bunch here. But you saw double slot cross, you saw hitch seams, you get the idea. You have your deep routes and your short routes kind of based off that. And you can always, on hitch seams, like drag someone underneath, drag Allen Robinson underneath if you don't want all hitch routes, something like that. So next one though, what the heck was the play called? Rams deep cross. Oh my goodness. And this one, Henderson on this block and release is a key because you cannot put him on a block and release. You can't block him. These are the routes you have available to your running back on the left side of the field, number 27. You cannot put him on a block and release. So this gives you, if you would leave Higbee on this, block and release as well, which you can, but I like to streak him against 2 high safeties. Unfortunately, this is a closed look here. So we'll leave them on that. So this basically gives you like a 7-man protection. These guys are going to be chipping on the outsides if there's no one there. Okay, great. And I don't know why Henderson didn't go out. That worked under pressure and everything. Okay, Matt Stafford. Okay, I mean, hey. But you can see the idea behind that there. Guy just didn't go out. And we're kind of streak Higbee here. And what you're trying to set up here is Cooper Kupp is just kind of clearing out hopefully the user in an ideal situation, and then Higbee taking the safeties deep, and then Jefferson kind of coming around the ear and into that hole. So, and you still have Robinson down the field as well, attacking. I mean, if you get that as well, I mean, you get one-on-one. You have a big receiver out there. That's also an option. So, not all checkdowns here, but you can see the idea of having a ton of checkdowns. I mean, even if you have these 1 high looks here, I mean, being able to wrap it around, that's not good. That was not good right there as well. That was not good. So maybe, yeah, I mean, this is actually a look that you would probably want to run this against here. 2 high look, Cooper Kupp underneath. Man, we're just getting a lot of under pressure throws, but they're being completed. But yeah, the deep cross is good here. Another look that you can do off of this, maybe you're still attacking these 2 high safeties, and here in a situation, actually, you're going to say, at most they have probably 5 blitzers. You can take Darrell Henderson off of that, and then you're basically going to create like a shallow and then a little bit deeper crosser with him and Cooper Kupp. You're still attacking over the middle of the field. You can do that if it's there. I mean, you saw B coming open as well in behind that route. So that's just another variation that, I mean, you don't obviously want to run these the same exact way every single time, but I mean, another thing here, I mean, if you just want to streak your running back because you see a seam, 100%, and that's the beauty of the 5 wide as well, and checking from both, adding the bunch meta, I'm not sure whatever you want to call that to it, adding the bunch aspect to it, being able to condense the formation and then going out and spread, it's something you can really take advantage of your opponent with. So, and then wide receiver PoCo, again, Darrell Henderson is on that block and release. You'd love to see it, and him and Higbee are going to kind of be your check downs. Allen Robinson in an ideal situation would attack like the middle of the field against an open safety look. Again, Cooper Kupp beating cover 3 in that seam. Again, he can also get to that middle of the field as well, and then Jefferson would be kind of your man beater if you have to hold on to the ball and you get like one-on-one over there, but Cooper Kupp just getting in behind everybody, click on and catch the ball. Not a good throw anyway either, but you get the idea there. So, and again, I mean, just leaving the stock as well. I mean, you really can't. If you don't want to let it stock, you can put like your running back on like a drag underneath. And I don't know why I'm throwing that. I mean, I guess that's why. I guess, but that was where once they're all locked up in man like that, and I mean, like we were pretty well blocked up, right? This is where Allen Robinson, you can see he would have shaken his guy wide open. That's easy against man coverage. So, especially with these route techs coming out. Jerry Rice has route tech. Justin Jefferson has route tech. someone else has route tech, Mike Wallace or someone goofy, I don't know. But there's a ton of route techs in the game now. Not a ton, but there's getting route techs. You can see, I mean, that's no route tech and it's cooking. So, but yeah, wide receiver PoCo, have a little bit of everything. You beat the cover 3, you beat man. You have Allen Robinson over the top, you have checkdowns. But yeah, it's this scheme pretty unique, I would like to say, going from bunch to 5 wide. You really don't see anyone jumping between formations out on the field, but I love coming out in a certain look, especially something like this. So you get a condensed look, like a bunch look, especially with yeah, just the under center look and everything. You get a condensed look, and then you're taking it and you're audibling to 5 wide, spreading them out. It's pretty good stuff, because the controls on defense in Madden are not always. They're never really what you need them to be, and doing that, it's much easier to audible on defense than it is to put your defenders in a good situation on defense. So much easier to audible on offense than it is to put your good defenders on defense. So you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. But that pretty much is the end of the scheme, though, guys. That was 8 or 9 plays we went over. I don't know. But that is the Rams team scheme. I hope you guys did like it. Go on and take this into game. Let me know what it is that. Let me know what it is your success is, or maybe you don't have success with it. I don't know. Maybe this scheme isn't for everybody. But I do like the concept of it, definitely. You just got to get it in the right player's hands, I guess. And yeah, hopefully that is for you. So hopefully you did like the video. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We did just hit 500 subs, so that's pretty exciting. We're going for 1K next, so we definitely want to hit that milestone. Hopefully by it's November. We'll say January 2023. We want a 1K, so we'll get there. But yeah, appreciate you guys liking the videos, commenting on them, all that good stuff. And with that, I hope to catch you next one. Later.